The story of the smile. Once upon a time, in a quiet forest, a radiant smile went for a walk on a gentle journey. This smile, pure and friendly, shared its warmth with the leaves of towering pines and the delicate needles that adorned the forest floor. It shared its joy with the creatures that hung around the woodland and painted a cheerful glow across the grassy clearings adorned with vibrant forest flowers. But above all, the smile had a special affection for the mushrooms, those desired treasures that humans love to discover and pick up. When they find mushrooms, a sense of happiness and a profound satisfaction filled their souls. The smile knew that the harmonious connection with nature gave people the strength to carry on. So the smile danced and frolicked through the treetops, swaying gracefully through the air and leaping up and down with boundless energy. As it met people along its path, their hearts swelled with joy, and they sang merry songs. In those moments, it felt as if life's hardships were a distant memory and nothing but goodness lay ahead. The smile flew further, gliding through the air like a butterfly, and its presence caused the blossoms to unfurl their petals and release sweet fragrances to the delight of the buzzing bees. But then, in a quiet moment, the smile came to a sudden stop. It noticed an unhappy boy, tears streaming down his cheeks as he wept bitterly. His beloved toy had been snatched away by all the children playing on the sandy beach, and it was ruined beyond repair. The smile swiftly ascended toward the children, circling them with increasing intensity. They couldn't guess what was happening. Laughter bubbled up within them, so infectious and unstoppable that it transformed into fits of uproaring laughter. They comprehended the gravity of their actions and how they had wounded the offended boy. As the laughter subsided, they extended apologies to the boys and offered their own cherished toys. Together, they played, their faces adorned with kindly smiles and their hearts lightened. But the smile, still excited, decided to combat the lingering sorrow with a symbolic duel. It was a long awaited showdown, and even nature itself took notice. Birds sang with fervor, the sun cast nervous glimmers of light, and the wind swept rays in every direction. Everyone joined in, channeling their strengths to support the smile. The battle raged on, and the sadness put up a fierce fight, reluctant to yield. However, just when it seemed that all was lost, the unwavering belief in goodness emerged as a formidable ally. The sadness confronted with this overpowering force could no longer resist and surrounded. The world shook with amazement. The smile reclaimed its dominion, casting a radiant tapestry of multicolored smiles that lit up every corner of existence.